know, boo-boos. I know. Calm down. Sit your little butt down, boo-boo. I've been MIA. I really have. I've been MIA for about, 5 months? I am so sorry. Jesse just went through a hard little time right there. This whole pandemic really did kind of affect a lot of people in different ways. I completely started doing so many things. I started making masks for essential workers and stuff like that, and also to sell them. I did a lot of different stuff, and I also lost my mojo. So I completely lost my mojo in this whole entire pandemic. As you guys already know, in our previous video for Easter, we adopted a dog, Peanut, and we adopted him in the very beginning of this whole pandemic before everything shut down, and we that was my little comfort zone right there, having my little guy inside with me and stuff like that. That did really help out. We also did stumble across a little kitten who was about 6 to 8 weeks old. We saw Miguel saw this little cat jumping in the parking lot at a Del Taco because our little chubby butts were getting a little crunch burrito, and so we were coming out of the drive-thru like little chubbas, and he saw this little white thing hopping on the parking lot. So then he was like, what the heck is that? And so we got closer, and it was a little kitty. She was really skinny. I mean, when I say skin and bones, guys, I mean, I'm talking about skin and bones. This cat was completely skin and bones. I didn't even think she was gonna make it. When we took her to the vet, oh look, my glasses are when I took her to the vet was even like, had you left that kitty there and that kitty would have been there for a few more days, she would have been completely dead. Not to mention, guys, I mean, we have a lot of coyotes over here. That's the way I call them. I know they're called coyotes, but I call them coyotes. So we have a lot of coyotes everywhere. And so I know that she would have been a meal for one of those eventually at some point. So we adopted her, we brought her home, I nourished her to health, and she's doing so much better. She's gotten so much bigger. If she comes in here while I'm doing this video, I will show you and introduce you to Cleopatra. That is her name, because she's a fighter. So anyways, my little boo-boo, that's what I've been doing. But we are back. We are completely back. I got my mojo back. I swear I have this list of things that I want to do for Halloween projects. I'm hoping that I get to do them before Halloween comes. But that's the goal. That's the goal, is I'm trying to get all that in there. Also, another thing that has been happening during this pandemic kind of thing is during this, oh look, here's Cleopatra. Come here, my little baby. Naked, this is Miss Cleo. Say hi, baby. So she's gotten so much bigger. This is my baby. She's my baby. Oh, this is her, Miss Cleopatra. Oh, okay, she's not happy. So anyway, that's Cleopatra. Back to the crafting. So, I got my mojo back, and I have this list, so I'm hoping that I go through this list before Halloween ends and stuff like that, right? It has been hot over here, guys. We have been at 115 was one time that it was 117 was what we reached at one point, and I was dying. The good thing is that my central air, is always on, so this room right now is a little bit cold. But also what I was going to tell you guys, in this whole pandemic thing, I've been letting my hair grow. I'm not going to show it to you guys right now. I will show it to you guys in the video on Thursday, because tomorrow I get my hair did. And so I don't want to show you guys my fro right now. But Jesse has, whoa, calm down, girl. Jesse has been growing his hair. We wanted something different. We wanted something different. So I got tired of being bald all my life. I've been bald since I was 13. I've been shaving my head. So there was a point about, I'd say six years ago, where I let my hair grow again, and I had little spikes and stuff, and then I got tired of it and I shaved it all off again. And so it's hair, it grows, so it comes off, it comes off and it goes back on. So anyway, we're gonna bring it back right now. back to our project. So, because of this whole pandemic thing, I know that a lot of people are thinking that Halloween is over. Boo-boos, it is not over. No, it is not over. You guys do not have to fall into that whole depression like that. Just because there's no events going on over there does not mean that you can't have a little Halloween party with your kids at home, you know? Invite like your sister and her kids. I mean, those are family. Those are people that you trust. Those are people who you can still hang out with. I mean, it doesn't mean that you can't hang out with them. I mean, it's just, you know, don't go to big old parties or don't go to, you know, big events and stuff. That's the only thing that they're talking about. But anyway, because we're doing this whole entire contactless kind of situation going on right here. Well, I saw on Pinterest that they were doing these little door hanger treat boxes, and I said, well, I'm gonna try that. So I went onto Pinterest. I went to a lot of these little pictures, and I saw that a lot of them were just showing you how to make them through the silhouette or Cricut. And I know that a lot of you guys don't have the Cricut. And even if you do have a silhouette or whatever, sometimes we don't want to go over there and, you know, pull it up and get the, you know, get the cutting mats ready and all that, and etc, etc. So I figured, let's just do it without a die and without a silhouette. You guys know that I love to do things like that, so everybody could get to do this. So what we are doing today is we are doing these little hangers. And so you see, this is where the doorknob would go. This is originally what a normal size doorknob would go through here. Let me see. I just wanted to see what size it is. So the hole is, let me see, 2.5. So this is a 2.5-inch hoe, and I'm assuming that this will fit all doorknobs. But anyway, the whole idea for this is basically that you're gonna go to your loved ones, your friends, or your kids' friends, or whatever it is that you're gonna make one of these little bad boys for. Just go, hang it on their door, ring the doorbell, and get your little butt in the car and take off. That's all you have to do. So Halloween is not over, guys. You guys could still do this. Give your family members or your friends or your kids' friends or whoever it is that you want to. Maybe you have a little Sancho boo-boo that you want to drop this off to. I'm kidding, guys. Don't get crazy with me. But anyway, so you could go ahead and make one of these, and you could just leave it on their doorstep or on their doorknob, and like, no contact right there, my little crafty monsters. So this is what we're making today. We are going to make this with no dies, no machines. All you need is a paper trimmer, a scoreboard, and some creativity to decorate this. And in here we put a little chocolate, so it calm down there, sir. You don't need to be throwing things around. So it holds a full-size candy, so you could put in there a Snickers or whatever you guys want. Put a little box of Nerds. I put these little stickers of these little witches to make it look like, you know, she's in there upside down. There's erasers in here. There's little notepads. There's more candies, gums, lollipops. We got the pencils, because you know Jesse loves to give pencils out. I don't know. It was just a pocket letter thing. We have the little googly eye ring, and I mean, there's just a bunch of little goodies that you could put in here. Now, if the person is a little older, well, then you're gonna change it up a little bit. You know, don't get crazy, boo boo. But if it's a kid, this is perfect. So go ahead and make a few of these for your loved ones and family members, and celebrate Halloween, guys. There is no reason why Halloween does not have to continue going as it has been going. You're not going to go door to door trick-or-treating, so trick-or-treat at home. Do a little scavenger hunt. You know, hide a little pile of candies here and there. Give your kids a little map and have them find it. Go at it. And so, I mean, you could do so many things, you guys. Definitely celebrate Halloween. Halloween is one of my favorites. I'm not going to keep rambling on here because I know you guys want to get down and dirty, boo-boo. So let's get down and dirties and make these little bad boys, and I will see you in a bit. Bye. Alrighty then, my little crafty monsters. Let's get down and dirty and make these little bad boys right here. So, this is my blueprints, and these are my little templates that I made with my blueprints. Now, all of these ones that I've seen on Pinterest, they're all done on the Silhouette or the Cricut machine, any kind of cutting machine. I'm not 100% sure if there's dies out there, but we're going to go ahead and just do this without any dies in any cutting machine. So You will need a paper trimmer, and you are going to go ahead and cut your first piece to 6.5 by 6. Oh my God, I'm sorry, 6 inches by 6 inches. Your second piece of paper, you will be cutting that to 8 by 6. Okay, and so after this, you will need your scoreboard, and the long sheet first, you're going to go ahead and score it at 1/2 inch, and then you're going to go ahead and score it at 1.5 inches. Oh my God, Jesse, you cannot talk today. I don't know what is wrong with him. Then you're going to flip it with the score lines to the top. And then at 3.5, you're going to score it down just to the last scoring line that you did. And then on the next paper, it doesn't really matter because it's a 6 by 6. You do 1/2 inch by 1.5, and then you turn it so that it's cornered. Do 1/2 inch, and then you do 1.5 inches. So then you have the score lines just on the bottom corner. Then we are going to go ahead and cut these little bad boys out so that we can make some tabs. And then we can go ahead and start building our little box. This is super easy, guys. There are 2 score lines. You want to go ahead and just cut out the little corner and the bottom, those little X's that I marked out. Now, I know this is not that easy to see, guys, but once you have this paper in front of you guys, you will know what I'm talking about. These are all tabs, so we're going to go ahead and just cut the ends, the corners, and then just turn those into tabs. That is also another tab. I folded it just so you can see where I'm cutting to. You're going to go ahead and just miter those corners as well too, just so that the box will fit snug. Then you go ahead and just fold them all, and you work on your next sheet of paper. Now on the next one, your score lines were on the left, so you're going to go ahead and just turn it around, flip it. So now the long 3.5 inch is at the bottom. Then you cut out the other 2 tabs on the top and just use the bottom part, and then you're gonna just cut the edges of that one too to miter them. And this is basically what your little finished product should look like. After you do this, if you're going to go ahead and distress them, you would go ahead and distress your edges of your box. Right here, I'm just looking at my DSP paper. I want to go ahead and just choose a paper that I think is cute, and I feel that this little one is super duper cute. So with just 1 sheet of DSP paper, you will definitely have enough to do the card mats for the front and the inside of your little door hanger. So right here, I'm just going to go ahead and cut my DSP paper to 4x5 for the back part, and for the front part we're going to cut that 4x4, and that's just going to go ahead and leave like a little edge so that you can go ahead and have a little border line. And with my little black ink, I'm just going to go ahead and just ink the edges of this little bad boy right here, because you guys know that I love to ink the edges of almost everything. And so we're going to go ahead and just do that, and I like how it kind of looks almost like a little brush kind of strokes. So that's basically what I was kind of going for right there as well. You don't have to ink the edges. You can go ahead and just skip this part. I just want to give this like a little dirty look. So I'm going to go ahead and do it in the back, even though a lot of people don't look at the back, but I'm still going to do it because I want to go ahead and make sure that it's all uniformed. And you could also write like a little sentiment if you wanted to write like a little note on the back of this little paper right now before you put it together. It would be a lot easier for you to go ahead and do that. I, on the other hand, will not be doing a little note. I most likely I'm just going to add like a little Halloween card inside the pocket. But you could do whatever you guys want, guys. Now, is the fun part. We're going to go ahead and put this little bad boy together. But first, we're going to glue our little DSP paper, because you want to go ahead and just glue that first before you put it together. It'll just be a lot easier for you to go ahead and, just make it more flat. Sorry, my cat is getting on my desk. So right here, I'm just going to go ahead and run it through that 2.5-inch circle die, and these are just basically nesting circle dies that I have, and I don't remember where I purchased them. I want to say Hobby Lobby's or Michael's, but it was one of those 2 places. Anywho, I'm going to use some Post-it tape to go ahead and keep that centered so it doesn't move, and then I just cut out that little circle. Now that little circle that you just cut out, you could also save it and use it for an embellishment, guys. Don't throw it away. I'm going to do the same for the front of this little box, and then we're going to go ahead and just put this little bad boy together. That was just kind of like a little niche so that you can see. So this is what the box look like. once it is glued together. Now, in this little container, I have a bunch of embellishments that I've made throughout my YouTube channel days. And if you guys want to see some of these little embellishments, they are all in my previous videos in my library. So go ahead and check those out if you guys want to see how I made those little bad boys. But these are some little embellishments that I had already offhand. They're already made. A lot of the times I like to have things already made because it just makes it a lot easier. I mean, you guys are going to see how fast just adding a little embellishment to the front of this box is just going to be making it pop, and it's just going to give it that little extra umph. Now, I really like that little black embellishment with the little ghost in the front, but I kept changing it to see if there was any other ones that I actually liked, and I tried, as you can see, I'm trying all kinds of them because, you know, you never know. And so once I see the one that is speaking to me and says, hey, I belong here, that's the one that's going to stay. And so we're going to go ahead and just keep trying and see which one looks really cute. I mean, like I said, it'll speak to you once you've picked the right one. If you guys don't have embellishments already made, then all you have to do is just make one or just put it together on your little box, whatever you guys want to do. So right here, I just went ahead and I picked my little creepy guy and the candy corn little embellishment in back of him, and I think that was really cute. It kind of popped it a little bit more. I really liked how that looked. So we are going to go ahead and go with him. Then we are going to pick a little bow that I've already made. Now this is another tutorial down below on my previous videos if you guys want to see how I made all of those little Halloween bows. And right here, these are these little stickers that I picked up from the Dollar Tree. And these are just like the little witch's legs. I'm going to make them look like they're popping out from the box, like she's upside down in there. It's going to look super duper cute, my little crafty monsters. So right here, I'm just stuffing it with a little black and white crinkled paper because you can stuff it with anything. You can stuff it with some hay or like, you know, that it's that ribbon that kind of looks like hay. I don't know what it's called, but y'all know what I'm talking about. So we can go ahead and just stuff it with that or anything you guys want. Like honestly, you could do whatever you want. So right here, I'm just looking for some bling because I definitely want to add some bling up in this little bad boy right here because you all know Jesse loves his sparkle, and so we're gonna go ahead and just add that. So on the little embellishment, I'm gonna add these little foam stickers, and we're going to go ahead and just do that to give it like a little dimension so it's not just laying flat onto the treat box. And we're going to go ahead and just center that with our little handy dandy tweezers that we purchased from eBay, or maybe we're not going to use the tweezers. Well, there you go, Jesse. Sometimes you feel like a nut and sometimes you don't. So right here, I'm going to go ahead and get my little finger X-Acto knife, and I'm going to cut out the little bling. And these are the blings that I'm going to be adding to the very corners of where the DSP paper starts, just to kind of give it like a little umph and a little different color onto there. And so we are also going to be adding some like little spiders and spider webs and even a little boo, which was kind of a confetti, but you know, well, no, it wasn't. Was it? It was a sequence kind of. Like I just used them for shakers. So, you know, you guys will see what I'm talking about right here. So I just added a little bit of glue in the front of these boots, and I'm just kind of attaching those to the very corner of this little hanging box. And that just gave that little witching effect. It looks super duper cute. So now we're going to go ahead and just pull out all of these little, I don't want to call them sequins, and I don't want to call them confettis. I guess they would be called like table scatters or something, whatever, for like a party. So anywho, these are these little spiders that I've had for years. If you guys have been following me, you guys know that I've had these little spiders for like ever. And I believe I had purchased them at, excuse me, I purchased them at Walmart. There you go. And so with those, you want to definitely use like an E6000 because you know, those just will not stick. As for the little spider web and that little boo sign, I use the Tombow glue. That glue is really good for that. But like I said, for these little rubber spiders, you definitely want to use an E6000 because if not, trust me, I have used these throughout the years and no glue ever keeps them on your project like E6000. So you definitely want to go ahead and just use the E6000. My recommendation, boo-boo. And so that's it. You know, that is how freaking cute this little box is. We're going to go ahead and just add a little eye on the middle of that little bow because I just wanted to give it kind of like that little creepy staring at you, babe, kind of little feeling. So we're going to go ahead and just put a little eye there with some little low temp hot glue because you don't want to melt that little sucker. And there you go, guys. That's how easy it is. I hope you guys try these, and if you do, share them with me on my Instagram and Facebook, Paper to Masterpiece. Peace out. Welcome back, my little crafty monsters. That's how easy it was to make these little bad boys. Totally make some of these so you can go ahead and give them out to your loved ones. Just leave it at the doorstep, ring their doorbell, kind of like a little ding-dong ditch, and run. If your little chubby butt could run, because I know my chubby butt can't run, I'm going to walk fast, because you know it is not classy to run. I will walk fast, like saying, I may take my time, but I am worth the wait, you know? Anywho, make some of these, guys, because Halloween is one of my favorite holidays, and I do not want to get rid of that. We have to continue on with this tradition. Obviously, like I said, we're not going to go trick-or-treating, but we could still make it fun. We could still decorate our homes. We could still, you know, we could still do a lot of things for our kids, our grandkids, our kids' friends, our sisters, nephews, whatever it is, boo-boo. You know you have a long list of people on your life. So go ahead and do that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it for you. Don't forget to subscribe. Go ahead and hit that little icon. It's a picture of moi. Obviously, I'm bald, not with a hat, but it's moi. And go ahead and subscribe. Tell a friend, guys. Your friends also need to know that we are completely back, and we are going to be coming up with some good like tutorials for Halloween. So definitely tell your friends, guys. What else was I going to say? Give us a thumbs up, because a thumbs up will help us grow. We do need to start growing again. We've been MIA for a while. I know, Jesse's fault, but we are back. And so go ahead and give us a thumbs up. Again, tell a friend, because your friends need to know how fabulous these tutorials are. And that's it for now, my little crafty monsters. Until next time,